Let's go.
Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And this is an update following the Ultimatum South Africa reunion.
Listen here. I saw something that my wife have not seen.
Right.
And I'm like, I want my wife to react to it in real time. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get our fresh reaction on basically an update of what we just seen on this reunion episode. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Blair. Read it to me.
Okay. So apparently this is from NKATEKO.
Yeah.
Dear everyone, I'm finally able to share with you an update on what's been really happening between KHANYA and I shortly after shooting the reunion, thanks to the confidentiality agreement that required me to wait until the release of the reunion. After shooting the ultimatum in March 2023, we discovered KHANYA was pregnant, even though we had already decided to separate around April of 2023. Y'all was still getting it in. Okay. Sometimes take a minute. All right. I proposed a promise ring at the time to prioritize therapy for both of us, given the emotional and mental challenges we faced before, during, and after the show. Shortly after shooting the reunion, KHANYA and I agreed that even though we are not together anymore, what matters more is finalizing matters regarding Q. Throughout most of the pregnancy, we focused on prioritizing therapy to address unresolved issues and ensure we were emotionally prepared for Q's arrival. We were adamant about not reuniting solely for the sake of our child, understanding the importance of healing as individuals. Watching the series a day before the shooting of the reunion more than a month ago made us realize even more that there were deeper issues we needed to address within ourselves. We recognized that we also may have fueled a trauma bond, fluctuating between lovers, friendship, and enmity, often feeling more like ourselves when apart. Despite the portrayal of KHANYA on the ultimatum, I want to acknowledge KHANYA's support and her qualities as a mother since the birth of Q. There's more to her than what was shown, and I hope you will all get to see her in a different light in the future. Following a recent altercation, legal measures were necessary to facilitate potential co-parenting. We're relying on faith, therapy, and personal growth to overcome what we've been through. My Christian upbringing influences my approach, urging us not to condemn KHANYA, but to support her in her journey towards healing and growth. I commend her for acknowledging her mistakes and apologizing.
What is your thoughts, Blair?
My thoughts. My thoughts is KHANYA is exactly who she showed herself to be.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Even though he's saying that that's not all that's to her. Yeah. I think that's probably an overwhelming majority of what's to her. Speaking to why y'all are not together. And also why y'all had to be in therapy, why she needs to be in individual therapy. And also, basically, y'all had an altercation and legal measures required for y'all to co-parent.
For you to see your son?
Exactly. So it sounds like KHANYA is pretty much what we saw.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it sounded like. Okay. It sounded like y'all played in our faces during the reunion. Okay. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like basically that we was basically the wrong ones calling her what we seen and things like that. Well, we know this woman because we seen all 9 episodes before the reunion. Yeah. And the thing about it is that I understand you was trying to save face, but that was after the fact that you had to get officials, you had to get actual legal measures to go see your son. I think she used you, bruh. And you allowed yourself to be used, you know? I think throughout the whole process, there was no change in KHANYA's personality and things like that. And you basically saying all the nice things you said about her on the reunion was there for you to basically I want to still be able to see my son. Because she could be the type of person that can probably take my son and I never see him and things like that. Anything else that you think about this, Blair? Because we still got to talk about this.
Anything else? I mean, not so much about his statement. Yeah. I understand of trying to work things out, even though he said they weren't really trying to work it out for the kid or be together for the kid. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing of wanting to improve yourselves so that way you could be a family unit. So I still stand by that when I said that in the reunion. But it's apparent that whatever work they were doing, it wasn't coming to any type of resolution. Yeah. So, and I agree with him. Basically, KHANYA has to go through her own journey of becoming whoever she's supposed to be in life. But hopefully NKATEKO, the legal type of stuff makes it so that way he can still be involved in his son's life and still be a present father. So
and this is my problem with NKATEKO, right? bruh, you had a chance to basically break off from her. Right? When it was time for the ultimatum, you was the one who gave a promise ring. You was the one that was like, we need to go to therapy. You had a chance to do a clean slate. To basically be like, we don't need to be together. And now this is someone that you have to basically collaborate with for the rest of your life. And based on what I've seen on the show, because now you basically confirm what we've seen on the show, that this is her, to the point where y'all have to do legal matters. Y'all in therapy. She's an individual therapy and things like that. You basically like set yourself up to basically like be under her thumb.
Yeah.
And I'm just baffled of why couldn't you see your value in like some way to basically be like, this is not how I would want to be. This is not how I want my relationship to be. I don't want my person to be talking about people in this matter. I don't want my person to talk to me in this matter. We seen this woman assault this guy in the sense of pouring wine on him and things like that. Just doing things to belittle him.
Yeah.
And now I can only imagine that she's probably like, it's my son. You know, to the point to where you're like, okay, we actually have to actually go see a judge. And this is... Hopefully things get better, but usually in these type of situations, it's just like the person showed you who they were numerous times. So it's not even hoping that they would change. It's like you invested in this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess I'm a little confused, just going back to the timeline.
Help me.
Because I got my months mixed up.
Okay.
When we were first reading it. So apparently, after shooting the ultimatum in March 2023, they discovered KHANYA was pregnant, even though they had already decided to separate around April of 2023. So they found out she was pregnant first, and then they decided to separate a month later. But that's not how, like, I'm reading it. I don't know. Does that sound weird to you?
It does sound weird. After shooting the ultimatum in March 2023, we discovered KHANYA was pregnant. Because now in my head, I'm thinking, like, in the show, she said they haven't had sex for a year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did y'all have sex after the ultimatum? You get what I'm saying? KHANYA was pregnant, even though we have already decided to separate around April of 2023. So
that's a month later.
So I'm guessing this is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that, okay, let's say they shot in March 2023, right? Then let's say, the promise ring thing.
Yeah.
They probably were trying to go to therapy and things like that. Something happened in the midst of them going to therapy. Maybe you know how therapy is. It's good, and it's bad. It's good, and it's bad. It's good, and it's bad. And then during that process, they probably had sex while it was good.
Yeah.
And then, at some point throughout the therapy process, they just broke up.
Oh. And then, so they may not have found out. But he said we discovered she was pregnant in March. So maybe they didn't find out until after April. I don't know. The way he wrote it, I was a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's how it reads to me. It reads to me as if while they was trying to save their relationship, they decided to break up, and then that's when all of a sudden you realize I'm pregnant.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, man, all those years or whatever time you wasn't having sex with her, you gonna have sex with her while y'all in therapy?
Yeah.
Like, that's the time to actually like lock it up and actually work on whatever y'all working on.
Right.
And things of that nature. Anything else you want to talk about as we conclude this update when it comes to KHANYA and NKATEKO?
Not really. I mean, like KHANYA said, at the reunion, she said that she wanted to be married so she could have her baby. But now that she's got her baby, she said that marriage, it's kind of whatever at this point. So even though he's saying that they were like working towards getting better, I don't know if KHANYA, just based off of that comment that she made, I don't know if she thinks that matters at this point. She got what she wanted. So anything else, I think she's kind of like, maybe it's his problem. Kind of how she told Isaac, you don't like that I don't cook and all this type of stuff. That's your problem. That's not mine. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I hope for the child's sake that they can co-parent very well.
Yeah.
If I'm going off of what he wrote, because he said a lot of things while not saying it at the same time.
Right.
I hope for the child's sake that they can co-parent well. Because I want to blame KHANYA. I want to come on this and blame KHANYA forever. But she showed herself like to be consistent.
Yeah.
This is who she was.
Yeah.
And you chose as a man to lay with her and to basically sow half your earnings to her for the rest of your life. Basically. So it's like, it sucks, but It is what it is.
Yeah. Good luck.
Listen here. I want an update because there's rumors. I don't know. I don't think it's true. I think people just speculating that the person that Isaac is talking to is Labo. I don't think Labo and Isaac are talking.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's romantically. I actually think Isaac may have a problem when it comes to he wants a woman that's a trophy wife.
Gotcha.
And I don't think Labo fits that scheme. But I want an update on everybody.
Yeah.
Because what y'all gave us at the reunion, it was cool. We made lemonade with it. But like this would have been nice.
Yeah.
That we wouldn't have to make a separate video.
Right.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen here, any more updates, we would try to give it to y'all as soon as we know. Y'all be good.
Bye.